Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Paul Udom, and today we are going to talk about step-to-step processes that you need to take in order to excel in your JAMB exams. These step-to-step include reading and passing your JAMB exams, making sure you don't get into any computer error issues, and also when it's time to check your results, you can check your results without any problems or without any errors. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Number one, you need to make sure that you know the course in which you want to study. Many people make a mistake of not knowing what they want to study, and at the end of the day, they find out that the course that they registered may not necessarily be the course that they want to study. So they end up going to change it, and changing your course may affect the way that your exams and the whole admission process is going to be. Number two, you have to do a little research on the subject combination of that course that you want to study. Every course has its own 4 unique combinations. What I mean by subject combination is the subject, your O-level subject that you are supposed to write in the JAMB exams. Anybody that is doing biological sciences or any medical related sciences or basic medical sciences, you know that you're supposed to do chemistry, physics, biology, and English. That will be your 4 combination. Number 3, you need to know the institution that you actually want to go and study. A lot of people make a mistake of choosing one institution and then wanting to change that institution as time goes on. Please do not be one of those people that do that, because just like changing of courses may affect your chances of getting admission, changing of institution after your JAMB exams may affect your admission chances. So make sure that before you go and register for that your JAMB exams, make sure that you know the institution that you want to attend. Number 4, try to know the minimum requirements for that course that you want to go and study. For medical sciences, you're supposed to have 5 credit pass in all your 5 basic subjects. When I say 5 basic subjects, I mean English, math, chemistry, physics, and biology. That is for medical science students. So know the requirements that you are allowed to have before you can study in that department. Try to register as soon as the sales of the form is announced, so that you can start preparing yourself ahead of time. Now, on that day of registration, this is what people do, and at the end of the day, they will not be able to enter inside the examination hall. They go into the registration hall dirty. Now, I'm not against people that don't have water. There are some places in Nigeria that don't have water. But that particular day that you are going for your registration, even if you don't want to bathe your whole body, bathe your hands. That is very important. Now, why do I place so much emphasis on your hand? Your registration is going to capture your fingerprint. Now, without your fingerprint, you will not be able to enter into the examination hall. If your fingerprint is dirty, the computer, the thumb machine is going to record that dirty fingerprint, and at the day of your exams, if your finger is not as dirty as it is when you actually went for your registration, you will not be allowed to enter into the examination hall. So before you go to register, please take your bath. You need to take your full bath, because human beings will be there. It will not be nice you going to register and you'll be smelling like a cow because you want to go and register for exams. If you know that you're out of secondary school for a long period of time and you've not been reading, and you know that you've forgotten a lot of things that you're supposed to remember during the exam, and also you know that you cannot read on your own, please try to join a lesson center. Also, if you don't have a system, I mean a computer system, a PC, a desktop, or any kind of system, please try to look for somewhere that has a system. Tell the person to teach you how to use the mouse and how to use the keyboard, how to use a calculator on the screen, because you'll not go with any physical calculator, and how to use the next button and the previous button and the submit button. Before you go to write your exams, make sure that you have a point in your head that you actually want. Now, what I will always say to my people is that you should have a general point in your head to be about 300 and above, so that if you fall by 10 or by 20 points, that can still lead you to where you want to go. For the last point before your exams is that you have to have a past question, okay? And how do you work with past question? You work with past question by having the text, the required text, your 4 combination text. So you work with your textbook and the past question. Make sure that you finish at least 10 years past question before you go to write your JAMB. And that 10 years, make sure that you have nothing less than 70 in each subject, okay? If you can have 80 to 90 in each subject, then at that point you are ready. The more you practice your past question, the more you'll be exposed to possible questions, not exact questions, possible questions. Now, during the exams, I'll start from the previous night to that particular day in which you're writing your exams. If you're writing your exams on the 2nd of March 2023, for instance, 2nd of March, number 1 is that you need to know the location of that exams. Try to be in that place the day before the exams. I mean 1st of March. When you are there, do not read the day before your exams. Do not read. Anything that you read the day before your exams, you are punishing yourself, because you may end up displacing the ones that you know and replacing it with the one that you are just reading, which you are definitely going to forget. So do not read. What you have to do that night is to sleep. Sleep very well. No pressing of phone, no trying to go through what is in your head. Don't try to WhatsApp, don't try to Facebook, don't try to watch any movies. Just sleep. Sleep for at least 8 hours and then go to the exams hall. Another thing is that you have to wake up early, okay? So you take your bath, you brush your teeth, and then prepare for the exams, okay? Now, when you are going to the center, please go at least 2 hours before the start of the exams. Do not carry any books. Don't carry any paper. Don't carry your wristwatch. Don't carry your phone. Don't carry calculator. Don't carry anything apart from 2 things. Number 1 is that you can carry your pencil, and number 2, you carry your JAMB printout. Now that your JAMB printout is going to be what you are going to use in solving, so you are not going with any piece of paper. You can carry like 2 of your JAMB printout or 3 in which you are going to use to do your solving or your calculations. When you are seated looking at your system, do not do anything until they ask you to do something. When they ask you to put a registration number, be careful. Do it 1 key at a time. Don't try to be a computer expert. Don't try to be matrix. Put it 1 key at a time, okay? So that you don't make any mistake. Put your password and then start your exams. Once you start your exams, my advice is that you go for the simpler ones first. Whatever subject you find simplest, attack that one first. Attack the second simplest one, attack the third simplest one, and then attack the fourth simplest one. At that point, you have a range, the one that is simplest to the one that is hardest for you. In your exams hall, there will be people that don't know what they are doing. There will be people that did not read. There are people that did not prepare. Please do not try to be Mother Teresa, okay? If you finish before the allocated time, do not submit. Go through your work. When you are done with your exam, you're sure that you are done with everything, look at the time, okay? Make sure that you submit before the system shuts you out. After submitting, don't be in a hurry to leave. Breathe, okay? Just breathe. You'll be fine. You will pass the exams, and your preparation is going to tell how far you go, okay? So don't talk too much after the exams. Don't tell people how simple the exams was. Don't tell people how hard the exams was. Just if they ask you how was the exams, I think fine at that point should be enough. You can say what happened in the exams, but try as much as you can to minimize the amount of words that get out. When the time for checking out the result comes, if you cannot handle the pressure, try to tell your friends or your relative to check the score for you. Try to understand that the result that you got is actually what you put in during the exam. Don't try to say that the exams kind of hated you or JAMB doesn't like your name or your location. No, the thing is that that is what you got, and JAMB will not add any mark for anybody. Instead of adding mark to anybody, JAMB will reduce the requirement for admission, because there was a time that requirement for having admission was 180, there was a time it was 200, and I think currently it is 120, I'll be 140, I'll be 160. So that is what JAMB will do. If the performance is too poor, they'll reduce the requirement for having admission. They will not add mark for you. So even if you have 400 over 400, that was exactly what you did. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do care to subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and God bless you, and good luck in your exams.